Um, this is a very difficult place for me to be. We have a lot of work to do in policing, and because we as police officers, we know who the problematic police officers are, and we have a serious responsibility in identifying them, in reporting on them, and getting them removed from our ranks, so that we can begin the healing process between police and community, especially in our Black, brown, and poor communities. But it's very interesting to hear the commentaries from the individuals, our young Black men, and then when you hear from young whites, the difference in how they're treated. Again, I'm not surprised. This is one of the things that we've known for quite some time, that when there's differential treatment when it comes to violating a law and your race. The numbers that this way, when you look at the data across this country, when you look at like crimes, we're looking at the same offense. Blacks are arrested at higher rates, not just arrested at higher rates, but blacks are charged at higher rates and convicted at higher rates and do longer sentences than their white counterparts when you're looking at the same violations of the law, whether we're talking marijuana, whether we're talking some other type of crime that's not even drug related. You've got these great disparity issues. As relates to the marijuana and the war on drugs and these drug crimes, there's an attorney here in Baltimore. He was actually the family's attorney for the Freddie Gray case, and Billy Murphy. Billy Murphy says, as it relates to these marijuana violations and the disparity issues and things like what we've seen in New York with stop and frisk, he says, if you don't want to change the laws regarding what's legal and illegal, he says, at least just treat everyone equally. Okay? He refers to it as an equal enforcement opportunity. If you're going to arrest this demographic for something, do it equally on the other side. But he says that if we started arresting whites at the same level we're arresting and charging and convicting blacks for these light crimes, he says, you know what? The war on drugs would end overnight. He says, because, those kids that belong to prominent attorneys, politicians, people who have money and political power, once they start being arrested and charged and convicted, he says, then those people who have the political clout will end these policies overnight. Unfortunately, some communities don't believe that there's any hope. As a matter of fact, to the point, many of these communities believe they just want to do away completely with the police. Probably not realistic at this day and time. But you have to have hope that the changes can take place. If I didn't have hope, I wouldn't be engaged in this work.